Unit 2C test. After each question is read, pause the recording so you may answer the question. Question number 1. Mary biked 95.25 kilometers in 15 days, which shows the average distance Mary biked each day. Pause the recording so you can work the problem. Question 2. Claude cuts a piece of paper that is 8.25 inches wide into 5 pieces of equal width, which shows the width of each piece of paper. Pause the recording to work the problem. Question 3. Marcus used 16 cups of flour to make 100 muffins. He divides to find how many cups of flour are needed for one muffin, which shows the decimal point placed correctly in the quotient. You may pause the recording to work the problem. Question 4. A carpenter had a log that measured 35.5 meters long. He cut the log into 5 equal lengths, which represents the length of each piece of the log if a flat represents 1 unit. You may pause the recording to answer the problem. Question 5. A plumber cuts 21.48 meters of pipe into 3 pieces of equal length. How long is each piece of pipe? Pause the recording to work the problem. Question 6. Which shows 0.268 rounded to the nearest hundredth? Pause the recording to work the problem. Question 7. Matt cut a 2.50-foot submarine sandwich into 5 pieces of equal length. How long is each piece? Pause the recording to work the problem. Question 8. What is the value of the digit 1 in 0.001? A. 1,000th, B. 1/1, C. 100th, D. 1/10. Pause the recording to work the problem. Question 9. In 12 months, a town received 44.52 inches of rain. What was the average monthly rainfall? Pause the recording to work the problem. Question 10. What is the product of 0.9 and 3.5? Pause the recording to work the problem. Question 11. Use the model to answer the question. A flat represents 1 unit. Eddie has a rope that is 6.48 meters long. He cuts the rope into 4 equal lengths. How long is each of the 4 pieces? Pause the recording to work the problem. Question 12. Which correctly compares 4.602 and 4.62? Pause the recording to work the problem. Question 13. N divided by 100 equals 2.83. What is N? You may pause the recording to work the problem. Question 14. What is the quotient when 14.35 is divided by 7? Pause the recording to work the problem. Question 15. Anita had $22.67 in a savings account in April. By July, she had 4 times as much in the account as she did in April. How much money did Anita have in the savings account in July? You may pause the recording to work the problem. Question 16. 4 teammates ran a relay race in 2.48 minutes. Which quick picture shows the average time for each team member? You may pause the recording to work the problem. 17. Carol used 43.68 liters of water during a 12-day camping trip. On average, how many liters of water did Carol use each day? Pause the recording to work the problem. Question 18. Which multiplication problem can be solved using the quick picture? Pause the recording to work the problem. Question 19. Which decimal is greater than 1.434? Pause the recording to work the problem. Question 20. Mark has $5.25 in quarters. He spent all this money on 3 sports drinks. He spent the same amount for each sports drink. Which equation can be used to find the amount of money Mark spent for each sports drink? May pause the recording and work the problem. Once you have answered all problems, you may turn in your test. If you need to go back, drag the cursor back to the beginning of the test to reread some problems.